Hey, Nigel, did too hard, bruh.
Black men protect black women enough?
Y'all ain't tell me I was gonna go deep with it this episode.
Do black men protect black women enough?
Enough.
Enough. Now that's an interesting way to pose a question.
I don't think so. I mean, I think that when black men protect black women, it's very conditional. I don't think that it's the same as when a black woman stands up for a black man. I feel like if a black man, you know, if you're not related to them or whatever, I feel like they're less likely to kind of go all out for you.
I gotta ask Nigel, since he's the host of Unspoken, what do you mean by enough?
In general, I would say, do you feel like black guys even like take up for women in certain situations?
What do you mean? Like if their ass is getting grabbed at a club, or if their man is beating on them at an apartment complex, or
that too.
What do you mean?
All of that, like socially, social justice, having fun. Do you feel like guys take up for women when it comes to having same sex or same pay as guys, or you know, do you feel like
that's another one?
My answer is going to be no. What you think?
I think we do a pretty good job. Yeah, I think we do a pretty good job.
I guess I would say a lot of it has to be dependent upon the guy. Yes, I believe some men do protect black women enough, but overall, as a whole of black men, I'm going to say no. I think a lot of men are like narcissists. I think they say one thing and they want one thing, but then they do the complete opposite. So
I don't know. I just feel like, you know, like it could be that in some cases, but I feel like, you know, dudes that got their life together, they know what time it is. They protect the black women enough because they get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, to the same tune, black women want so much.
oh my gosh.
Y'all want a lot.
Sometimes I feel like people are unintentionally trying to be like cool on social media. So like Twitter is another place, and I see how men talk about women on social media. So if you could talk about a woman in a certain manner where she's not being protected, then I guess no.
Personally, I feel like we should do a lot more. I think that all black guys, or all black men, should have in their mindset that we should always protect women at all costs, period. That should just
even if you have a family at home, and if you speak up because this woman isn't getting paid enough, you might get fired from your job, you should still speak up for her? Even then?
Definitely, if it's right. Now,
even if your family at home could be starving because you want to say something, you gonna speak up for her?
It depends on the person. Be honest with you. It depends on do I really fuck with you though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
if you fuck
that
with her
matters
too much,
though.
you probably
But at the
sleeping
same
with her.
time,
Black woman, I feel like on my end, they be trying to put or have so many rules or so many guidelines, like, oh, my man got to do this and do that, and they don't even bring half of that to the table. So, I mean, I can't lie, just from previous, you know, experience dealing with different ethnicities, I feel like just different ethnicities, they cater more and better to a black man that a black woman do. On that end, from a black man, I don't want to say they don't respect black women to that extent, to the point where they be like, oh, okay, well, I'ma stand up for it, because they require so much and don't give nowhere near this. They don't bring that much to the table. Just, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying, on that end. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them, but it's a big majority.
Fellas, I gotta, you know what I'm saying, I gotta keep it real. Nah, as a whole, nah, because I see a lot of shit that go on and I don't appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? Cause see, I was raised by a lot of women. I ain't have a dad. All my aunties, my mom, my grandma, them the realest motherfuckers I know,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, like, I seen like issues and shit come up in life and I only see them handling this shit, you know
That's
what I'm saying?
true.
I ain't
That
really
is
see
true.
no niggas or no guys or no black males
Yeah.
or whatever you wanna call them, men.
Yeah,
So
your black man.
shit, I gotta call it like I see it, bro. Like, I don't see it enough, so I'm gonna say, nah, we don't.
I think some black women just have a very high standard of what they expect, because I feel like women do give off a lot to men. I feel like they put a lot into certain relationships. But I can agree with you. I think it depends upon the guy. Like, do they have their life together? How is their mental? How are they raised? I feel like that plays a big part. And do men know how to protect a black woman? But I guess as society, no. That's what I feel like.
So you feel like black women protect black men more in society?
Yeah, I would say for sure. I feel like a black woman always has her man back. When you cheating, when you down bad, when you hungry, you know, I just feel like women are always looking out for the guy. But if it's vice versa, the guy, I don't feel like they put in that type of work for the female. It's different. You know what I'm saying? Just like, I just feel like it's a double standard when it comes to certain stuff like that, you know? Like, black men, if your girl's cheating, you like, oh, I'm out. But you expect your girl to kind of stay if you cheat. And you know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like that's like a protecting type of thing. Like, be down for your chick the same way she down for you.
I think we just wild like that because we know it's so many more of you all than it is of us. So it's like, man.
Okay, let me say this. What a black woman can do for you and the way that she can relate to you, a white, Hispanic, whatever you want to call it, they will never understand what it means to be black. And I feel like black women go through so much scrutiny, whether that be our attitude, whether that be how strong we are, whether that be how we're not vulnerable, whatever that is. It's disheartening to hear you say that, because I'm not going to take away from your experience with black women,
Right.
but to understand what it's like to be a black woman, like the things that we have to endure, not having our men around, you know, having to be the strong one. Most women take care of their black men because they can't get a job because they are felons because of the system. It spirals.
You know when a nigga is in the wrong. Like, you just gotta be correct about it. It's how you go about it. Like, what's your bottom line? How do you feel about it? Like, the same way you feel like you should treat your sister or your mom, it's the same way you should treat your girl that you're dealing with, or girls that could potentially who you're dealing with. So,
Or somebody in your workplace.
Or in your workplace, yeah. Especially if you know they in that whoever they dealing with, they was in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you know the situation or the outcome wasn't supposed to go like that, speak out.
I think it stems from your childhood too. Growing up, do you think that growing up, what we see growing up, can kind of mold who we are as black men and women today? Like, does childhood play a role? Do you think that I feel like everybody should seek therapy. And I know this is like super up. No, I think it really is really helpful.
I ain't
so
talking
that you
to no motherfucking stranger.
see, that's the problem.
I can console you. I'm not about to just.
But you need an unbiased opinion. I'm your friend.
But I'm saying you
don't
still
think-
shouldn't be biased though. If it's good for me, you should tell me it's good for
So
me.
you don't
If
think
it's
people
bad
should
for
see
me,
a therapist? You don't think
I'm not.
you would never see a therapist?
Y'all can go talk to a motherfucker y'all don't know. I'm not telling them so they can go home to their people drinking
I
beer,
doubt
talk
that.
about you ain't gonna believe what this nigga going.
Nah.
Nah.
There's so much people going through shit. Your
I'ma
shit
talk
probably
to
be
my
minimal.
people. I'm gonna talk to
I
my
respect
family.
it.
But I mean, go, talk to somebody though.
Talk to somebody. Facts.
I'm gonna talk to my family.
When they say do black men protect black women enough, I just feel like in what sense? It's like it's a lot of guys that's gonna ride for black women and fight for them, like in a physical form. But like, I feel like, I don't know, like in society, you might be right. It's hit or miss.
Yeah.
It's hit or miss.
I feel like a black man is more so, it's easy for them to leave a black woman as far as like, and then they go and be with somebody white or somebody a different race. Like, they don't fight for the black women to make it right. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's a good question. I think that could go very deep.
So I got a scenario for you. There's a
Definitely.
ring alarm at a house. That's your house.
Right.
So as soon as someone comes up to you, you're able to see them on your phone. And you see a deranged woman running up screaming. She's half naked. It's the middle of the night. And she's saying, let me in, let me in, let me in. You don't know what the hell could be coming from behind her.
That could be a
Are
setup.
you allowing this woman to come into your home because she could
No,
be
I'm not allowing.
freaking
No.
running for her life?
Nah, 'cause that could be a setup.
What if then you see a man yank her by the hair and drag her back into the vehicle? Are you then going out to help this woman?
Definitely, you got to. When you start seeing signs or stuff like that, you
What
don't,
if you got a
don't
gun or
watch-
something and you done left your house door open trying to help this lady who ran up to your porch?
Well, you better-
Oh, she a black woman
Hey,
too, by the way.
You better
She
call
black.
911.
So you call 911 to help her,
Yeah.
or they call 911 because you
No,
ain't helping
I'm
her?
calling 911. It's certain, if I don't got my piece on me, then I can't do nothing, to help
But she's
her at
a
that
black
time.
woman.
It doesn't matter.
You gotta protect her at all costs.
I'm a black man. I'm still trying to stay alive, just like I'm trying to keep you alive. So, therefore.
So you ain't protecting that?
No, I'm protecting y'all, but I'm just saying,
But
like,
police, by the time police get here, man, my face already smashed and this dude already done snatched me, pulled me somewhere, and you in the house like this, man, police, a black lady out there, she getting got, you better get her.
Nah, it just depends.
All these muscles, you gotta wait for the police?
No, I ain't waiting for police. I'm just saying though. But I mean, obviously, this shit don't start with no bullet though. I ain't saying though. At the end of the day, so therefore.
Hey, you talking about?
If a black man can say, oh, well, white women, they cater, which could be a fetish. Hispanic women are crazy as fuck. Okay, but they like that shit because what their hair is straight or wavy or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So the fact that black men see these other ethnicities because of their features or whatever it is, or because those women, keep in mind, those women didn't endure what black women did. So yeah, if I didn't endure anything, if I didn't know anything about, what black women went through and I lived a completely different life, I probably would cater to you too because I don't have a chip on my shoulder. But
Okay.
you can't take that you can't blame black women for that, because just like you can blame black women for the lack thereof, I can do the same for a black man and say, you know what, you could do more, you can grind harder, you could, but I'm not, because if somebody comes at you, I'm gonna go all out for you because you my people. Like, it don't matter. I understand why you are the way that you are. I understand why you might be in a gang. I understand why a lot of shit.
I think we could even do a better job of protecting black men. Honestly, like, you know what I'm saying? We belittle men for the smallest of things, for texting the green bubble, for, I seen something on Twitter, a girl was like, he used his credit card instead of his debit card, so that meant he was broke.
That shit was wild.
Yeah, and I just think that we could be slightly a little bit more appreciative. I'm gonna be 100. I don't want to be like playing like devil's advocate, but I just feel like we women are not as scrutinized as men are. So we need to be a little bit more sensitive with our black men, because they're always under a microscope, I feel like, personally. And I feel like it'll get really deep, but I just feel like we both could be doing a better job as black men and women and taking up for each other and protecting each other, because, I don't know, this is what I feel about it.
Just to piggyback, like you said, just like how you said with the women, and they take up, well, not take up, but they support the black man. But just like how you said that, right? Them same black women, they dangle that over your head, like, literally, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I did this for you, so this why you gotta do this and that. Like,
Why not?
but at the
Why
same
does she have to do all that to get you to do X?
But at the same time, that's just like, I feel like if that's the case, well, the black man can do the same thing. A black woman should be down bad, and the black man be like, oh well, I can do this for you, and he actually do it, and then he dangle it over your head, and as a woman, you gonna be like, damn. You be like, damn, that, why you always dangling that over my head?
But women, I think it's all equal. I don't think one should protect more than the other.
I get that, but it's like, I feel like in that sense, it's more risk on our end because of like how society
It's more
zeroes
risky.
in on us. Yeah, it's more risk on a black man's end, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? So like, we're at risk more, which is why we would need more protection.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I can see that to a certain extent, but I mean, nowadays, black women getting the same punishment as black men in certain instances when it comes to like racism and things like that, you know?
Yeah, they are, but like still though, it's like they are, and it has been a lot of black women who have had, you know, injustice brought upon them and everything. But it's like, I feel like in the instances I've seen it, not in the messed up ones, but like in instances when I've seen women be done wrong or it's escalated in certain instances, they kind of like pushed it. You know how black women can be prideful, they'll speak out towards the cops, so they kind of egged them on, but it's like they coming at us like that off the top.
Yeah.
They like, oh, it's a black dude, look, go ahead, get ready, we about to have to, you know what I'm saying, because we got bullied in high school and we got guns, they be on some shit like that.
So I have a question. I don't know if you saw or even heard the audio where, you know, Kiyomi, she was Bow Wow's ex-girlfriend on Growing Up Hip Hop.
Yep.
It was just released, the audio between her months and months ago, even last year.
Or something like that.
She alleged that he got physical with her.
Right.
And we never really, you know, knew anything except for his side, her side. And so now, all this time later, some audio came out where it was a homeboy in the room at the time. And Bow Wow is going back and forth like, man, I think it was Justin or somebody. Tell her she ain't leaving this room. Tell her this happened, and this dude is in the room the whole time while all this is happening.
But see,
and I'm like,
look, I don't know the situation, but the way you explain it, I'm gonna tell you, the dude that was in there that probably didn't say nothing. He probably
didn't do nothing or anything.
He probably getting paid from Bow Wow.
Okay, so when people dangle shit over your head, it's because of what you're not doing. Right. So, okay, let's say you don't got a job, you don't got nowhere to stay, whatever. I give you all that. I make sure you got a place to stay, I give you a job, all that. And then you act ungrateful. Or you don't pour back into me. Right. So of course I'm gonna say, well, hey, let me remind you because I think you got comfortable. Or you starting to treat me like I'm regular. Let me remind you what I did. And nobody likes to do that. But anytime somebody does that, it's because they're trying to remind you, like, listen, because the thing is, and I feel like the reason why black women are so bitter is because I will go all out for you for nothing. And when I asked you to do the bare minimum for me, you got all these reasons why, because I'm bitter, because I'm this, like, how dare you? Because the way you view me, that's how America views you. But I'm not saying that to you. And a lot of black women don't. Of course there are bitter black women who don't know how to treat men, and I'm not taking that from them.
You know that.
I know that, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the women that go all out and do what they're supposed to do for that black man, and that black man still will look at you like, you do too much, like you got an attitude. If anything, shit, you came from one. You understand.
Right. I feel it is just as important. I feel like we gotta make more noise as black men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We might be doing it, but let's make it known and let it be known. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't fuck with nothing we got going on. None of our queens, none of our daughters.
I have a question. So, and when you say in that instance, like, be the change, or, you know, what is it, something that you feel like you could personally do better as a black man when it comes to your black women?
There's two things I'm working on. The word bitch is one of them.
I respect that.
And the second thing is, like, when I hear niggas out of pocket just talking crazy, you know what I'm saying? Just step on, like, bro, that ain't necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least just say something. I ain't gotta do nothing.
Yeah.
But just say something to him, like, you ain't gotta go there. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of shit that just be out of pocket.
Right.
So
I agree.
I can voice more, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I'll be wanting to say shit, but yeah, so I'll be trying, ladies, I'm working. I ain't shit, but I'm gonna be shit someday.
You are shit. Don't say that. Don't speak that on yourself.
Nah, I'm bullshit.
So I feel like, you know, it's conditional. But I truly feel like it's conditional. There's a select few that it's not, but I feel like black women, all the motherfuckers that was out there protesting, black women. When that man died calling for his mom, black women came running. It doesn't matter what. How many times do you see a black man doing that for us? And then that's the issue that we have in our community. It shouldn't matter. If I'm bitter, help me not be.
I mean, it's only so much I could do. I mean,
you're right.
Now, I know in the real world, in situations where I know that you would need protecting, I would definitely do as much as I can. But in that situation, shit, hell no, I can't. It's only so much I could do. Straight up.
Honestly, in that situation, my crazy ass would go out there and try to do something. He would probably beat my ass because I'm trying to pull her from out the trunk. You know, I would run out there and I would be like, take your hands off of her. You leave her alone. You know, I wouldn't even wait for the police. My crazy ass probably wouldn't even have called the police. I would have just ran out there on gut instinct. Like, man, get her. Like, what's wrong with this dude? How dare she? How dare he snatch her by the hair and pull her into the car?
That's some extreme shit, though.
I seen it on Instagram. Somebody, it was a ring. I promise you, it was a ring alarm. A deranged woman had ran up, banging on the door. Nobody opened it, and moments later, a dude had dragged her back to her car and drove away.
I think a black man will protect his sister more so than like a random girl on the street. Yeah, I think it depends on like the family and stuff too. But
not even family. Like, even if you know her, you ain't gonna be so. You ain't gonna be so eager to hop in for a random chick you see getting done wrong as you would like
your sister
somebody in your family or like
something.
my mama or like even somebody I went to school with, a homegirl I'm close with. But it's gonna be hard for me to rock with a stranger. Like, I don't know what she did to be in the situation she was in.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough. But like if I know you. Would they? Not all of them would. It ain't like black women ain't just riding like that. I guarantee you, with some black women standing around George Floyd while it was 4 cops on them, they ain't ride like that. So, I mean, no disrespect, but shit, be real. There's a lot of videos.
I think people wanted to jump in, but they knew if they did, you know, what would probably happen to them as well. But
that's real. I just couldn't sit there and let nobody, male or female. I couldn't sit there and let nobody.
So if you were in that situation, would you feel like you would have did something at that moment?
Yeah, the little Asian cop would have got stuck easily. I'm cleaning, bro. They gotta get up and address me. He already in handcuffs. If I'm sitting there mopping, bro, they gotta address me.
You know, we live in Atlanta. It's a big majority of bitter women. Vice versa, bitter men, right? But on the bitter woman part, it's just like you can do everything, pay bills, do everything, put her in a position to make bread, and it's still, at the end of the day, I feel like it's never enough. So
that might not be what she needs.
But why you accept it then?
Because why wouldn't? If you gonna give me money and put me up, I mean, but in that,
but let's be honest,
it depends on approach, Justin.
That's 24/7. Like,
it depends on your
approach. Who's not
approach.
gonna want money? Who's not gonna want the bills paid?
Exactly.
But at the same time, don't be dangling, or well, not even dangling. Don't be expecting me to be. You be expecting so much, but it's like, damn, I'm doing the main things as a man.
I just think that black men and women could do, you know, just a better job as whole as speaking up, taking up for each other. Personally, I don't want to be like the black man don't do this, the black man don't do that. Well, we got some work too. Like we got some work too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
your ass.
Here's my thing. When men do that, right? Because I'm gonna keep it 100. I've had plenty of men approach me with the same shit.
Right.
I can pay your bills, I can do this, and I've always said no. Do it because you want to, but you gotta realize who you're pouring into. If you know this woman is broken, don't have anything, struggling, her mind is broke, and you decide that you wanna give her materialistic things and think that she's gonna change, that's on you. You gotta know who you're investing in. You can't invest in somebody who don't know what to do with it. You're gonna be bitter. If I know that you got the hustle and I know you got a vision, I know you got something, then I'm gonna invest in you because it's worth it. But y'all invest into any and everybody. If they got a fat ass, if they look cute, if they got a lot of followers on Instagram, and then be looking crazy when they the person that you thought that they were. Like, what did you think? So then you're gonna generalize everybody.
It's not that they what we thought they were.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
You couldn't have thought much. What did you think?
If you want us to protect y'all, I think you should do as much as you can to protect us, or at least make what's the word I can use? Just make it aware. Like, you know what I'm saying? Awareness is or put it out there, let it be known. Like, it's only so much I guess we both can do, but I feel like if as men as we are supposed to do. We are supposed to protect and provide. So naturally, we're gonna always make sure that you're straight. But at the same time, though, as far as women, I feel like your job, you might not be able to protect and provide, but you can, put awareness. You can get the word out. You can, make sure that, things are being heard and not hidden, from the public eye. I feel like those are things that women can do to be serious. I feel like those are things that women can do to protect men at all costs, if you want to flip it.
I'm always got to look out for Tatiana. Like, whether he protects me or not, if some shit popped off right now, I can't look for him to protect me. But I appreciate if you do.
Man, I mean, but as a society, as a black society, bro, we gotta care about each other more for real as a whole. Not just like, regardless of what your sex is, your gender is, like we gotta start fucking with each other more. Regardless. So, but yeah, we gotta just love each other. Men and women, women and men. Just care about each other more.
Yeah. Oh, I just wanna give you a hug now. It was such a peace.
It was.
It was like a moment of peace.
It was.
Thought you was gonna get some ass.
Man.
You probably got that.
I got the ass. That's no
Okay,
fault.
right.
We're not gonna talk about that, but yeah, it's just,
what are you
to each his own. To each his own.
See, just to get back to the point, I just feel like,
Back to the point.
I just feel like black men can do better, and I feel like we should have more grace. Black men should have more grace with black women. We endure just as much in a different way. It's not the same. But if I can show up for you as my brother, as my black man, then I feel like there should be no bounds to when you will show up for me. And that's just it.
Have you ever ran across that situation to where you've seen something going on and you feel like the need to jump in? Or it could be something simple like you seen somebody on the side of the road.
Yes.
He was like, oh, let me help them.
I'm always jumping in. I remember I was trying to move into an apartment. One of the girls that worked in the apartment office that I'm there to see, she get her son dropped off, and she had to stay late that day. So she was like, "Hey, come pick your son up at the bus stop. I got to be in the office."
Mm-hmm.
She ran outside because she was mad because when bro came to pick his son up, he wasn't alone. He was with his new girl. So she come out hot. She swinging on the old girl. I'm chilling, I'm just trying to drop my money orders off for my deposit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody come outside, then they break them up. So then the chick that work in the office get a hold of the new girlfriend. She wearing her out. Homeboy come in throwing haymakers
On the girl?
on the girl, but at this point I'm like, I can't just sit there and watch him do that. So I had to go over there and wrap him up. Like, hey, bro, chill, that's a female. But this is the crazy part. When I wrap him up and push him off, the new girlfriend steady hit me in the back of the head.
Cause she trying to comfort her.
She like, no, don't be pushing my dude on me. I'm like, look, I'm trying to stop him from hitting her.
Yeah.
Y'all breaking each other up. Then I'm looking at him. So then the baby mother comes and she trying to throw another punch. He grabs her by the hair.
Oh, Lord. This sound like a mess.
I look at them both and I'm like, look, I'm finna get mad. And it kind of mellowed out from there.
Yeah.
But golly, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even know her.
Well,
I ain't even know her, and she was wrong. She came out throwing hands. I stopped him from beating her. And then they both tried to beat me up. You see how y'all women do? And then they still flipped it on me.
But she was riding for her black man.
You shouldn't have jumped in. You wouldn't have got hit. All right, it's cool though. He was finna Tyson her. You know what I'm saying?
When you don't stand up for the black woman, it definitely affects the black community because as we all know, we came from the black woman. There would be no black community without the black woman. So if you're not standing up, you're clearly neglecting the fact that you don't protect where you come from. You don't mind if someone is ishing on your home, your territory. That is the meaning of being a man, protecting what you're, from, protecting your areas. So the fact that you're not standing up not only tells others that it's okay to invade the home, but it's also telling those who are coming from the home that it's okay not to protect it. It sets the standard and the tone for so much to tear down the entire community, it's not even funny.
Meg really tried to protect him. Like, she really tried. I could tell she really tried to hold him down and not put him out there and blast. Like, and that's what happens when you really consider somebody a true friend. You're willing to keep your mouth closed and take the pain and bear the pain. I don't know what happened in that car, and it's whatever happened in that car is not a reason to shoot anybody. Like, that's deep. Like, but being too drunk, that he needs to start looking at himself, because he's affecting the people around him. Like, Meg is obviously somebody, she considered him like a true friend, to the point where she was willing to risk her name and what other people thought for him by not saying nothing. Yeah, so I mean, your apology got to be as loud as the pain you caused publicly. So that's me on that.
At the same time, bro, like, okay, if my black queen gonna be there for me, it's like, bro, at the same time, I'm gonna do vice versa. But just stop all the extra shit, man. Like, God
Everybody's
damn.
extra. Hispanics literally will cut your ass and fucking bang your doors
I
in.
hear you, but damn,
Everybody
like,
has their crazy, bro. Everyone. Why is it that when black women are crazy, it's the end of the world, but a Hispanic, an Asian, anybody, a white woman can call the police on you and get your ass locked up for life, and you will still risk it.
Nah, not who's though.
But I'm just saying, there's black men who will still
facts.
risk it.
That's
But
true.
you won't do that for me? You won't do that for your own, for someone that looks like me? Your black
sure.
mom went through all that shit for you,
Right.
and you can't even do the same. Like, I'm your reflection. Like, I get you. I'm gonna ride for you when nobody else is. Like, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna understand what it's like when you get pulled over and be scared that you're gonna die. They don't get that. They don't
I feel you.
understand that.
A lot of people watch other people's situations. So if somebody watches the situation you in and see that you ain't willing to protect the woman that you're dealing with, or the woman that you see that's in the act of wrong, or not even that she's in the act of wrong, but she's in the act, and they see you don't protect her, then they're gonna view it as, oh shoot, I don't have to protect the woman that I'm dealing with in that same situation, or any situation that's similar to that. So you gotta be mindful of stuff like that.
You're leading a generation.
Right, you're
People are
leading
watching you right now.
Yes, yes.
So what you do affects the person who's coming after you, and affects the person coming after them.
Right, regardless if you feel like you got a following or not, like just have the respect and make sure that you have the right morals within yourself, because you never know who's watching. You know what I'm saying? Especially now with this social media, everybody following everybody.
Period.
So you gotta make sure if you make the right example, somebody else that's seeing you, what you got going on, gonna probably make that same example that you made.
I definitely think Megan was protecting Tory in that situation, because when the cops came, she kind of was hush mouth, because she knows if she would have said something and said like exactly what he did, it could have been way worse. He probably could have went to jail. He probably could have been shot, killed, like who knows. But she just rather stay low and like handle her business on the side. So that is like her protecting him. That's definitely a good example.
I believe she did try to protect him. You know what I'm saying? I'm with that. Tory was tripping in that situation. We all know that. Bro was tripping. You know what I'm saying? He still can make good music, though. But bro was tripping in that situation. But what I'm saying is, thank you so much. But what I'm saying is, check this out. I'm slick mad at Meg. Cause like,
Why?
you taller than him without heels, and you love to wear heels, and you talking to Tory Lanez. The nigga like 5'5".
Were they talking? Was that the story?
I don't even know what they was doing.
I thought
Why
they was just
are
all kicking it like.
Then they in the Suburban. I bet he could barely see over the steering wheel and shit.
Oh my
Then he
God.
trying to shoot her. Like, yeah, come on. Like, Tory, you wrong. But Meg, like, come on, man. Like,
You speaking from your heart, which is Brianna. We ain't, come on now, we talking about the vast majority.
And I
the
am
vast
talking about the vast majority.
Like you say, if I'm in the car with my black queen, and I get locked up, the next day, she laid up with my partner.
Those are the women that you choose.
That's just what's going on.
Okay, but white women do the same shit. Hispanic
That's
women
true.
do the same shit. Asian women do the same shit. It don't matter.
That's
You
true.
pick who you want to deal with. That you choose. You pick and choose. It's because we're black. Like, you don't want. It's like, damn. Like, how do we get discriminated by black people? I don't get that.
Nah, that's true.
Everyone does the same shit. There ain't shit niggas and bitches in every freaking race.
Period.
That's deep.
I feel it shouldn't be no speculation behind. Like, that shit could have been a rumor and that shit should have been dead soon as it hit the airwaves. But the fact that it's still lingering and it's still, you know, that's weird. Like, bro, we can't be out here doing nothing close to behaving like that, bro. Like, at all, my nigga. Like, it's some niggas I wouldn't even draw down on. Some niggas. Why would I draw down on a woman?
In a bikini, a woman in a bikini. That's
right. That's what you think about. She got on a bikini. You think about a gun?
Bikini. That's crazy,
bro.
It's all bad.
So he wouldn't have protected her. What you think he would have did? Or a regular black male in that situation?
You ever seen a woman?
He probably would have been like, she crazy. Yeah, take her or something.
You ever seen a woman when she had a cold versus a man when he has a cold? She would have been the victim. He would have been the victim. Oh my God, she is so crazy. Just like when we had colds, y'all be having colds, y'all still be taking care of the kids, washing clothes, washing dishes. Well, if I got a cold, don't touch me. I need you to get a masseuse.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, because y'all don't know how to handle nothing under pressure or no.
Cool. I feel like it's because we under so much pressure the other times. So.
Y'all swear y'all be having a lot going on.
Yeah, it's a lot expected of us. It's a lot expected of us. It's a lot expected.
And same for the woman.
Kinda.
Men in society expect a lot from a woman, you know?
They look for a lot. I don't know if we expect a lot. We expect to have to do everything. Kinda. Like, in a sense.
You just talking, child.
Megan got out the car, feet bleeding from a gunshot wound, and did not say shit to the police because of what she feared would happen to him.
Right.
Shots.
I'm not against that. I'm with you on that.
Did Tori speak up when she was getting dragged?
Did
Tori say anything?
I feel like the reason why he haven't, like, I'm just putting myself in his shoes. If I know I'm in the wrong, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going, I mean, she know and whoever was around in that area or whatever the case might, who was there at that moment, they know what happened. So, and I think something came out, like, he eventually texted her, was like, I was drunk or something.
That night.
Yeah, so it's just, like you said, being a black man, it's just like, shit, we already get, you know, penalized for half of the majority of the shit we do anyway. So with him doing that, it was just like, I feel like if I'm him, the reason why he hasn't spoke, all right, I'm gonna let everything die down, because of course you already know.
How convenient.
Obviously, I was raised by a single black woman, so the way that I view things is a little bit different. I kind of know the ins and outs of how she was raised and how she taught me how to treat other people. So my first instinct is always to make sure that whoever I'm dealing with, relationship-wise, or even that I have a friendship with, to always make sure that you look out, especially if she's a woman, because you never know what she's going through and vice versa. And if you never know the way you treat somebody, it can come back on you real quick in ways that you probably don't even know. So you always just gotta have that in your mindset and just do the right thing, do what's right.
I just say the fact that she was shot, and in that moment she decided not to say anything and stay shot to protect him. No question. You hear that? There's no contingencies.
Yeah,
unconditional for him. Would he have done the same? We don't know. But
I think he would have did the same, because I'm gonna bring up an incident where he had a video shoot, and it was I guess whoever the director is, they switched out actually a dark-skinned woman for a red bone.
I remember that.
You remember?
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, put her ass back and put the dark, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, his intentions was good, but
nigga shot her, bro.
when you, at the end of the day, if you shoot,
she can't even do the Megan bounce. She can't even
like,
work on
my
her
boy,
damn feet,
like,
because
no
she
cap,
did that on purpose.
you shot a female, like,
that
you
was
could,
bad.
that's the worst possible, my
And
boy.
both
Like,
of her feet, bro. That's how she make her money.
no cap. So
What is Megan if she can't twerk for 5 minutes? Like, she did that on purpose.
Like I said, overall, I feel like we all can, like, even women as a whole, we could be, you know, a little bit more understanding, because I feel like black men got a lot of trauma that they don't talk about. And men have a harder with expressing themselves. So Yeah, I just think we, as a whole, I understand, the questions about black men, but personally, me as a whole, I'm gonna just say we both on both ends could be doing a better job of give and take.
In conclusion, fellas, always protect women, man. I mean, even if you feel like they're in the wrong, even though you feel like you don't agree with what's going on or the situation, think of the long-term situation. Like I was saying earlier, people watching you. If you treat a woman wrong in a situation, or you not protecting them in a situation, then others younger than you gonna do the same thing.
They gonna disregard, period.
Regardless, and that's how you gotta view it.
The black men that's about something, that know what time it is, they do protect black women enough. But just being honest, a lot of us gotta do better. You know what I'm saying? I done seen a lot of instances where I can say that. But you know what I'm saying? If you with a real black man, he ain't finna let that happen to his queen. You know what I'm saying? He gonna hold her down.
That is true, but how many real black men do we have?
I ain't saying. I can only speak for the demographics I see. This is Unspoken Atlanta, and we outnumbered.
Black women right now are thriving. We are the one with businesses, degrees. We the one that's making moves.
Man, too nice.
Yes, but right now, black women are thriving. We're doing the damn thing. How many white women and Hispanic do you see in the media? Right, we're doing it.
That's
So, I mean, if anything, like, shit didn't catch the wave. Like, we're the wave right now. And it shouldn't even take all that for you to even see that. But just understand, like, as much grace as you have with these foreign motherfuckers, have that with your own. Because there's nothing like your own. Nothing. I'll never go against a black man. Never.
That's deep. I respect
Never.
that.
My husband gonna be black, and I'ma love the hell out of him because the world don't. And that's how you should feel about black women, period.
That's real.
There's no exception.
Respect.
There's no excuse.
And I say black men do not protect us black women enough. Like I said in the beginning, I think a lot of men are narcissists and want a lot but don't give a lot in return. So yeah, y'all gotta do better.
She gotta be speaking about like certain instances she's experienced. Cause me and all of my friends were great. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about as a whole.
It's a lot of great movies from our older or elders, the generation of men that came before us, that try to put innuendos on how to treat women and how to be a man. Spike Lee, he definitely teaches us a lot of positive things about our black men and our black women. So even when you're watching a movie, if you're making a movie that's degrading women, just understand that it's just a movie. You don't necessarily have to, act like this or that person, or as an artist, you don't have to listen to this music and do what they do because they're not really cool. People do different things. Try to remember what your parents taught you and stop taking so much influence from the world and thinking that if you do this, it's gonna make you cool, because it's not.
I'm gonna just say, I'm working on being a better man toward black women. All of them, feel me? I'm gonna encourage other niggas to do the same. We gotta love on them, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say who doing what or who not doing what. I'm just gonna say we gonna get better.
Yeah.
That's it. Real niggas do real things.